that brought it close to them. And I think that the map that I want to highlight throughout this grand final will be Inferno, because of course it will be the second map, so we're guaranteed to have it on stream, we're guaranteed to have it played out today. If we get there, then that could end up being a very, very long and back and forth affair. I didn't get to see specifically what happened on Inferno. I didn't get to see how that map played out, but we know it was a quadruple overtime. Something like 360 kills total with players dropping 50 bombs over the course of that particular map. So if we get to see the same sort of performance replicated from that upper bracket finals here in the grand finals, then things could go a little bit back and forth, and really it could swing either way. That could be the make or break scenario for DarkSpawn, considering they've already lost that map to London.
It was 53 rounds that played out there, and that's almost 2 games worth. That pretty much is 2 games worth of rounds being played there. So really, really important to be able to maintain that mental fortitude over the course of those games, as we said, because, again, that's another thing that can get to you. If things look like they're going the same way, there's that slippery slope mentality, and you can just slide off. So it needs to make sure, the teams need to make sure that they stay on the level, that they stay ready with their wits about them, because we are just about ready to get into game. It is going to be the start of the Insomnia 64 CSGO BYFC tournament, as it is going to be DarkSpawn Gaming taking on the London Esports squad.
Yeah, knife round to the side, so not quite picking things in terms of the size. It could end up swinging either way. Yeah, it looks like London are on the T side to start, so that means, well, I mean, obviously it won't be that way for the pistol round, depending on how this knife round goes. DarkSpawn, pretty decent names in this one. And again, choice of side will be very important. If London get that T side, it could end up being pretty decent lights out, but we will see them go for the side choice on the part of DarkSpawn. What are they going to choose here? CT or T? It looks like it will be a CT stick. Not too surprising. Mirage is traditionally known to be a CT-sided map. So coming into this one, this will end up being a nice start for them. Again, the strong CT side versus the strong T side. That's how we're going to start things off on our first map of the grand finals as we get ready for the pistol round.
They are going to kick things off. London Esports now. That's their time to try and find a little bit of an opening here on Mirage. We were talking about that mid-control, but early into the game, very, very difficult to go for. Of course, there's a massive range advantage for DarkSpawn Gaming with those USPs. The Glocks can't quite combat that. So unless you invest smokes early on, it's going to be very difficult. But out of Palace, and a rush looks to be on the cards.
And weak utility usage, and now even going to check the dark area, as it will be Fraser to start things off, but James BT gets a quick trade alongside Messi for a 2-for-1 overall. London Esports come out on top, but Laney still lurking back towards CT at the ticket booth. We'll take Adam and a second, not quite the third, but Brody's there for the trade, and Messi is left alone. 3 kills to his name. Blind shots on towards Connor. 1v1 scenario. The bomb is out of his control, is dropped in the middle. I think Connor has that information, and he knows he's suppressed out towards the ticket booth. So one good shot from either player is going to end things off for their pistol round.
1 minute 12, there's plenty of time to play with. Messi lands the head, and that is going to see London Esports taking their advantage forwards. They've won the pistol, now they need to convert.
Yeah, big stuff there. DarkSpawn, what are they going to do? They're going to go for the force buy, they're going to go for the eco, get those rifles out early up here. One flashbang bought by Laney, but default pistols other than that, so not a massive amount of investment here. And yeah, it looks like they will be going for the eco in this one. MAC-10s on the London Esports side, they've read this pretty well. Of course, Messi starting things off with a 4K in that pistol round is going to give him plenty of breathing room, essentially, for his team. As Fraser's the man to take point on this push towards A. Pretty easy pickings, all things considered, against DarkSpawn, and indeed, nades down, Adam gets a double. Quick kills coming through, loads of money gained by the SMGs, and it will just be ZNX left standing.
Brutal expected spray down, though. They are going to be able to pick up all of those kills. Only one with the nade, the rest going to MAC-10s, and you said that is a lot of cash flowing into the pockets of London Esports. Taking a look at DarkSpawn Gaming, though, they are going to be able to start to buy up those rifles, M4s and AUG as well coming through. They should just be able to put something on the board. A little bit of a lack of helmets coming out. Not the worst, but against those MAC-10s, that can be dangerous. And not too much utility as well to play with. They need to be careful, and they're looking to win out on firepower alone here.
Yeah, of course, those MAC-10s will stay in play from London because they might be able to read on the fact that DarkSpawn won't have a lot of head Kevlar. So it is one-shot headshot for all of the weapons on the London Esports side versus the likes of ZNX and Connor and James BT. Brody and Laney will be all right unless they come against Fraser and Messi, because those AKs can do one-shot headshot anyway. And London look to push into the B bomb site. The next looking to take first contact. Brody back behind the bench, gets himself 2 quick kills as Cray and Link go down, but Mezzi is there for another double. Massive rounds, massive frags coming in from him as he gets the triple overall. And Laney and James BT are the last 2 players left alive, one with head Kevlar and one without. This bomb can go down, and it will be a retake for DarkSpawn.
Mezzi is popping off this game so far. 4K in the first, 3K into the third as well. This rifle is in the hands of a madman, and he's ready to use it to great effect, it seems. DarkSpawn Gaming looking to go for that retake. They get 1, they take down Mezzi, they take down Fraser 2, and turn it to 3 versus 2 into a 2 versus 1. But Adam in a great position, the bomb ticking relatively fast now.
Yeah, low HP on Laney, no head Kevlar for James BT. This can work up so well for Adam, but he's playing so carefully around this. 12 points of HP for the first contact. The spray is good. He takes the first, looks back in with a second, doing damage. Diffuse is getting stuck, and there's no defuse kit for James BT. Not enough time, and Adam will take the double to keep the streak alive for London.
Picks up that M4 as well to boot. 6 kills for Adam. We've got Mezzi as well with a 7-kill record. Really, really thunderous start coming out from the London squad. Do you have a little bit of a pause? I think we're just going to have to wait. Might be a... I think that's a technical pause coming through. Not too sure which of the players it is, but taking stock, you know, you're looking at the economy now. Cray up to $7,000 in the back pocket. DarkSpawn Gaming, they get shut down on a buy round, which is going to put them into that Kevlar pistol range of buying up. We might see a couple of Deagles coming out whilst we get these tech issues sorted. But so far, what we've seen from London Esports is pure firepower winning the day. Obviously, on that second round, it was just a spray down coming through with the MAC-10s against no armor. It's kind of expected. But on the rounds that they've won, it's been Mezzi, it's been Adam stepping up when they need to. But if they want to have that consistency that we were talking about, in order to be able to take the rest of this best of 5, they need to rely more on those strategies. But Mirage is a map where you can lean on mechanical skill. Exactly.
That's what makes the T side so good for London, right? The fact that they can force the issue, the fact that they can get those picks relatively easily, not 100% easily, but they can still manage to do some good work against the DarkSpawn side. And of course, with the AKs coming out, that means that they've got all the firepower. The MAC-10s completely traded. A little bit awkward on the economy state, and James BT will start things off with a kill on Adam in the mid position. And with Gadita tactics being taken, waiting around the corners, Laney's going to get a second kill on Cray. Mezzi will trade it back, but he's down to just 9 points of health. Not a good look for the T side as the CT start to wrap back up. All 4 players stacking their way into jungle. And Link, the bomb on his back, will be first contact. That's dangerous. If that bomb gets dropped out in the open, DarkSpawn have an immediate advantage.
Flashbang comes through, forces James BT back down those stairs with the Deagle, loses pressure on the Palace, which should be allowing them to push on out. You can see the utility now coming to effect for London Esports. So difficult to contend with. James BT, though, still holding by that stairs position. You can see Mezzi just taking a back foot, but there comes the headshot. The Deagle takes another pop, and 3-0, looking a little bit risky as the bomb goes down, but there's only one player, it's Mezzi.
2 kills, not quite the third. The CZ will end things off as the Pistols do clean house, and DarkSpawn will get the first round of the CT side. Nice plays from the Eagles, all things considered. You know, starting things off with a great pick, and that's all about those angles, those close range positions around the corner, up top of Palace, and of course in the middle area where the Eagle got the first headshot. Also on stairs, held back behind smokes. Good headshot angles being taken by the DarkSpawn Gaming basically of course that's basically going to be a massive loss for the London Esports side because their economy is still pretty crippled. A lot of damage has been done to DarkSpawn over the course of those last couple of rounds, so you can see the investment will come through. They are limited on utility sets, and they've only got $1,000 at best on Fraser versus the DarkSpawn economy, which is now starting to get going. Still got a little bit of loss bonus in their tank as well, and looking for first pick out towards the mid positions. Not going to go right for Connor.
Missing that shot, actually pretty crucial. Gives a lot of pressure to London Esports. This is the mid control we were talking about. We'll have to wait and see what they're able to do with it, however. They know the AWP is still there, but they don't know that James BT is there. That might give them a clue if they can't push through. One spray now goes through, but it's not going to be enough to stop the push so far. But 2 players gone down so far for London Esports.
Yeah, 2-for-1 trade for DarkSpawn. The AWP still here from Connor, but a good read. We'll put that smoke up, make sure he has not got access to the site. London Esports continue with their mid pressure. Fraser ready with the AWP just to try and cut off any rotations, but he's got the ball on his back as the next gets another pick back on Cray. Looking in towards that mid position, has no idea that this AWP is out here, but he misses that shot. He now knows that he's in connector. And at this point, Fraser is pinned into a corner. He's got to fight out the players on the bomb site and over towards the short position. No one's going to show their face for DarkSpawn. I think they've got a good read onto where they're holding at, but Adam has snuck himself behind enemy lines, and Connor's not checking this. This could be massive for London.
They're trying to pin down connector, and in doing so, they've allowed Adam to move through that window through towards CT spawn, and the backstab could come through. This is going to free them up very, very nicely. You can see he's scouting out other positions. Oh my goodness me. What a sneaky beaky player that was, and that's going to even it up just a little bit more. The spray down from Palace is going to come out though, and they were caught unawares. The push out of connector, not going to be successful. London Esports lose the round.
Yeah, big stuff there from DarkSpawn Gaming. They're happy with that one. Because you're keeping all 3 AKs in play means that the CETs will have a lot of firepower going into this one. And again, the economy issues are going to catch up with London. Not enough money to go for the investment here. Kevlar will come out for Adam with a Deagle. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Deco or Eco came through. And yeah, it will be Eco other than just that one piece of Kevlar. No utility. Not a whole lot of anything, really, for the London Esports side. They should just get ripped apart by DarkSpawn, who go back in for the standard 2-1-2 split over across the A, mid, and B bomb sites. Simple stuff. Standard setups on the CT side. And yeah, Connor strikes first.
Fair enough. Against the pistols, though. Not really going to be an expected round for London. Let's see what they can get done. James VT picking up a little bit of cash, put it in the pocket. Frag's starting to come through. London Esports, obviously, no utility. Very difficult to try and pressure in mid, especially against the AWP coming through out from Connor. Not too much you can do. So they're going to be looking towards the next round. You can see their economy relatively short there, but they will get that lost bonus starting to come on through. They might be able to buy up into this round. I'm expecting AKs to come out. No AWP will be available unless Cray opts to go for a glass cannon, but I don't think that's wise in this scenario. Connor still going to be able to hold that down in mid, and they can try and counter that out with utility rather than raw firepower.
Take a look at those stats as well. 9 kills for Mezzy, 8 kills for Adam, and only 1 kill apiece for Cray and Fraser. Nothing so far for Link. So London Esports certainly using the firepower on their firepower-based players, but everyone's got to be posting some frags in theory for that team side. Other than that, they've got to go for execution to try and make up for that particular case in point. As Cray starts things off, quick headshot on Laney as the hit comes through towards A. James BT with a trade, Mezzy trades it right back, and now connector is open, as is CT with a double kill coming in for Mezzy. Suddenly it's ZNX and Brody. Left back over towards mid, towards the B bomb site, already rotating out of positions. They're going to save the weapons.
Shutting off that connector fully. The stairs smoke not quite fully covering it. Very, very dangerous to leave that one open. You can see they're setting up that crossfire. A little bit of a rotate, caught unawares. Unfortunately, Adam was pushing back towards that T-spawn. Heads up rotations and lurk play coming out from London. They are going to take the momentum of this game back into their hands.
Yeah, lead held on to by the favourites here. 4-3. The scoreboard favour of the T's, only losing 1 player as well in Link. It means that the AK's going to come back. DarkSpawn should be on a reinvestment though. They have money to play with. Yeah, AWP in for Connor. AUG for Laney. Lack of AUGs in this grand final, interesting enough, John. I'm not sure if they are too comfortable with the economical commitment. Obviously, with that weapon getting more expensive in some of the latest updates. I mean, you know, some teams and players opting to go back to the M4s, even switching out to the M4A1S. London, I'll be happy with that one at the very least. They have a little bit less to worry about. As DarkSpawn try and take first contact, but it looks like it's going to be an A split, and Laney just going to get caught off guard and taken out immediately. Yeah,
full flash, not too much you can do as well. If they know your position, it's going to be very difficult, but James BT coming up now through connector has to face off against 3, but immediately head taken off by Link.
Yeah. 2-man advantage for London. Bombs on the bomb site. They have got a backstab in play from Brody, but I don't know how much it's going to do at this stage. DarkSpawn have been picked apart pretty effectively.
This is a save.
Yeah, this is going to be a save. Exit frags will come through from the AWPer, but other than that, DarkSpawn, not a whole lot that they can do. Brody might be able to catch off 1 more player when they rotate away. Don't think he'll be able to stick that defuse though. He's got a smoke but no defuse kit. If that was on ZNX, if ZNX was up in this position, maybe I could see a chance for a ninja defuse, but in the end, it would still be risky. In the end, London will probably get that pick. And at the end of the day, none of those are going to be reality. The reality is a 5-3 scoreline for London. 3 players looking to save their weapons for the CT side.
Brody will have heard that jump, but he doesn't want to push out, or maybe he does. Looking for a backstab, spots another player long down the range, but don't really want to take that challenge. I think that is Fraser with the AWP. Not really going to be able to win out that trade too many times, but a little bit more economic damage. That's always good. They are just going to buy up those AKs now. Fill out their ranks, but rifles being bought by DarkSpawn again. Not going for those AUGs, as you say, and in fact opting for that UMP. You can see their coffers starting to run dry from their 3-round win streak. They are going to have to play a little bit closer with that, but they still have Connor on that AWP. They were able to save it from the last round. And that head armor, that lack of head armor, not really going to be super impactful. Coming up against the AKs, coming up against the AWPs, that's where it doesn't really matter, and it can just sort of temper the effectiveness of what they're looking to do in terms of being able to have that smoke as well instead of that head armor.
Looking like an execution set here from the London Esports side. Smokes up towards Connector, Stairs, and CT, blocking off the DarkSpawn Gaming side. They can't push through without risk. They're trying to find a gap here. You got Connor with that orb. As they start to fade, that's a really good flick. Second face back through the box will not spot the next player on the bomb site, but it will be taken out instead by Laney. There's Blink with a quick trade back to 4 versus 3. DarkSpawn still maintain the man advantage, but they've suppressed London for the moment. The bomb cannot make its way into the plant zone on the bomb site. Link is there. Fraser close with the orb. Will he challenge? Yes, he will, but he misses the shot, and he'll go down for it. ZNX and James BT coming up with 2 quick follow-up frags, leaves DarkSpawn in a very good position. A very nicely played retake, passive, but it works.
It was a huge burst play coming out from DarkSpawn Gaming. Able to keep 4 members alive as well. Really, really strong coming up. I think we have another technical pause coming through for these teams, but
it might be tactical at this stage, honestly.
I believe it comes up on the. I've been told that it comes up on the screen with tactical pause. I don't know if that's actually true, but I believed them when they told me, so we'll have to wait and see. But London Esports now, looking at their economy, Link sat on 6.5k, Fraser over on 6k, but the rest of the team, they really don't have that. They might opt to drop some UMPs over or something like that, but I think it's more than likely they might just go for a pistol armor style. Maybe a little bit of utility coming out from those higher cash players, but looking towards the next round, if they want to challenge with the AWP, they could try and pick that one up realistically.
Well, honestly, I would say this would be the perfect time for a tactical pause from London Esports, because they've been a bit hit and miss with their hits towards the A bomb site. So now's the perfect chance to go, okay, let's stop this. Let's have a quick think about where we stand, and let's try and adjust as appropriate there. So they've got a little bit of a broken economy. So they've got to think about whether they want to go for the eco, the half buy, the quasi buy. They've got to try and also figure out how they're going to make that buy work, because as you just pointed out, frags are a little bit lopsided. There's really only 2 players that are performing at the London Esports side versus the other end of the field, where it feels like everyone's posting up good numbers, posting up good frags. London Esports are trying to counteract that with the good strategy, but the execute coming in from the T side was a little bit half-baked, essentially. They weren't fully committed to the execution. It was just smokes up, try and play a default after the smokes went down, which is a little bit out of order there. Yeah,
it's not quite how you want to be playing it around, but DarkSpawn Gaming, it's interesting because you're looking at how they're playing, and okay, there we go. We do actually have that's what I was looking for. That's the cue I was trying to see. But it did come through, so that it was in fact a tactical pause. We'll see who. Obviously, the London Esports tactical pause. So that's a good call on your part to set my rudder straight. We'll sail the seas a little bit safer, no doubt. But DarkSpawn Gaming, as I was saying, they're coming up against London Esports, who have 2 players who are just popping off, Adam and Mezzi. I feel like that's why they've had those exposures on the sites, and it hasn't really been, as we were saying before, a tactical style, and that's what I was saying with London Esports. Need to have that consistency layered on in. The rest of the players need to step up when it matters. It might just... Oh, there we go. That's the broken voice of the weekend coming through. But it might just be that Adam and Mezzi are taking the forefront of those fast rounds. They're doing the entry frag plays and making it happen. You can see, again, he's playing heads up towards mid. Will get 1 for his trouble with that Mac 10, but that's going to allow B site to be opened up completely. The AWP now trained towards market.
2-for-1 trade, favor to London Esports. Quick hits come through. This is how they perform at their best, but they have got to deal with the backstab and retake coming in from short, the market area, and of course, in the apartments. It's Laney there with the first kill. 3v3. DarkSpawn Gaming now start to move closer. James BT will negate the flashbangs. Link's taking a little bit of damage to the incendiary. ZNX moving further forward, but James BT is dealt with. ZNX can't quite catch it. Laney will take a kill, and ZNX turns it to 1-man. Link towards the back line.
Beautiful.
Will not be able to make it happen. As cheers ring out from the DarkSpawn Gaming part of the audience, they're very happy with that one.
That is a really solid retake from the apartments. Hell was rained down from above. They made it work. Very, very strong. The retakes from DarkSpawn Gaming, that's what we've seen as being very, very consistently a strong style of play. And of course, when you're London Esports, you can't rely as heavily on those dynamic burst frag fests coming out. So that's really where DarkSpawn Gaming might have their time in the sunlight. 5-5 now is the scoreline as we move into round number 11. Deagles abound for London Esports as they set themselves up for what looks to be an A take.
And a very difficult one at that. Obviously, the heavy investment from that last round. DarkSpawn shutting them down with no economy to keep them propped up. London Esports maybe about to be conceding this lead right now to the DarkSpawn side. One flashbang from Mezzi to get them into the bomb site. You've got to imagine this is going to be a difficult affair. Connor will take Fraser down to start. And James BT already in the jungle position will rotate up the positions, but the M4 will get a secondary kill on Mezzi, which has come through. And actually the Eagles will get 2 headshots. Link for the third one back here. James BT will deal with one man towards the mid position, so it's all left to Cray and Link, both coming in from ramp. Another headshot comes out from the Deagle, and suddenly London Esports looking in a much better state of affairs. If they take down James BT, this could get very ugly, but they line up for him, and London Esports will be taken out eventually. A lot of damage done to the DarkSpawn side though, so not an ideal CT round.
They really seem to have managed to reset themselves here and get off the back of that 1 AM finish from last night. They're doing a lot of work now, and they seem to have got into gear here on Mirage. They're closing down those angles, and London Esports, they haven't been as effective as exposing it as they should be potentially here. It really hasn't seen that mid control that I was looking for at the start of the round. They haven't been able to split up that A site and keep the DarkSpawn players on the swivel, and instead they line up for players like James BT, and when you do that, you know what's going to happen.
Default coming through from London Esports, centered around that mid position. Have a great chance to shut down DarkSpawn Gaming once again. For now, though, it's very passive from the CT line. They're going to give London Esports all the map control that they really want. Try to think and take the picks back behind the CT line. ZNX will catch Adam to start. It's a very good start from DarkSpawn, obviously, to take down one of their big frags. They get Mezzi, then suddenly Cray, Fraser, and Link looking alive to be taken dead at the DarkSpawn side.
4v5, still very much doable though for the London squad. They do have this mid control, but there's a spanner in the works. Contesting over this window position now, Link. Oh, is he going to turn to his left? Is he going to spot it? The smoke on the fade. There's players left and right. Link gets it. Oh, what a coin toss, and that's going to even up the man count for London Esports.
Oh, who's going to spot who first in that the sniper's nest area? Big frag for London Esports, back to 4 versus 4. Leaves 2 left alive on the B-bomb site, and one more has to have his head on a swivel in case that backstab comes through. But now Fraser's been spotted. Great nade by Brody will do a lot of damage to Mezzi, and Fraser will go down as the bomb drop back towards the truck. Cray will get the trade frag, but the damage has been done to the T side. You can see the HP bars, 100% on all 3 players for DarkSpawn. The same can't be said for London. They will get a bomb plant out of this, but the retake will come through from DarkSpawn. That nade, not going to do much damage. Actually goes a bit too deep into the bomb site.
Yeah, could have been disastrous though. That bomb plant going down, planted for short there. They're going for a little bit of a cheeky boost on site, so Cray might come up big yet again, finding one already, so they will be aware of his position. The retake coming from apartments as well as that boost gets taken down. Link now in a 1 versus 2 situation, playing from the short. The bomb is planted for him, the flashbang comes out. There is a smoke, there is an incendiary. They've zoned him away and he has to go for the peak. James BT ready to receive. DarkSpawn Gaming get the retake.
Laney and James BT playing off the information play right there. They knew that it was one up on the boost spot, so they must have also known that it was one directly on the bomb site, because there's no way they can get that put in throughout the long-term course of the round. They had to do that immediately in the moment. So one pick came through, next player faced that towards apartments as that second player was looking over to the market area, back turn, kill instantly, 1 versus 2. So well played from DarkSpawn there on the communication game, and now another timeout will come from London. They realize that they should have been able to run away with this half, but right now they're hitting a brick wall in this CT side.
They invested a little bit too much, I think, on Cray getting that boost, on making sure that he had that position. And so when the retake started to come through, as soon as Connor went down, they knew where it was. They knew it was there, and Cray hadn't rotated away. So you can't really do too much from that position when it's known that you're there, because there's so many angles that you are exposed from. It's that you're relying on the fact that people aren't checking that, and people aren't going to be looking for that. Worked for one, won't work again. And with DarkSpawn Gaming, the way they're playing, the consistency on these retakes is going to be so difficult to make that work.
2-round deficit, favor of DarkSpawn. London Esports, another heavy investment, lacking in utility though. The execution is going to be difficult from London. They will opt for the mid control as a result. Connor will be the man challenging. I've got a couple of good picks so far in this one. Overall, it hasn't been first contact on those mid
run boost.
The run boost will allow a bit of map control, but uncontested again from DarkSpawn Gaming. They love leaving mid control open, which usually is a bad idea, but they're still getting the kills on London Esports when they overextend, which is a fantastic thing. Well,
and that's the thing as well, with the consistency on these retakes that I've been banging on about time and time again. Why not allow the terrorists to take the site? Because you know that their post-plant positions are a little bit weak for them at this stage. London Esports haven't quite been able to get in those spots that they want to be, and they found themselves on the sharp end of a stick where you really don't want to be.
London will opt to go towards A this time. 4 players stacked in connector, and James BT will get the first pick. Again, right around this corner. It's a second headshot as well. Fraser down. Adam gets a quick trade back. Now the CTs have rotated up. Good smoke to keep out the jungle area. Laney is going to be named main point of defensive now for DarkSpawn. He'll wait for that bomb plant to come through and we'll try and face out. Flashbangs in will not allow him to peek onto any of the T-side forces. 4 versus 3, now make it 2 as finally Adam goes a little bit too aggressive for the London Esports side, leaving Cray and Mezzi alone. With Mezzi playing passive also towards Palace, it's not an ideal position for him. Cray has got to be the man that holds the initial contact. Good spot, a little bit of information given up, but Mezzi gives away his position without getting a kill, and now he's in a 1 versus 4. 1 pick to his name, second man towards the jungle area, but no, Laney swings out from the bump site, gets the 8th round. DarkSpawn Gaming are going to win the half.
8-5, as you say, put themselves in a certified victory on that CT side. This is how they wanted to start it out. London Esports obviously coming in from that upper bracket. They've not dropped pretty much any. I don't think they've dropped a map so far. But right now, it's not looking super good. But remember, DarkSpawn Gaming, they chose this CT side at the start. That might mean that their T side might have a couple of cracks that London Esports can try and exploit. Remains to be seen, but at the moment, they're doing a lot of work. Connor playing aggressive with this AWP. Beautiful frag over onto Adam. And again, London Esports find themselves coming up short.
A great pick to start. Good flash into the mid position as well. They're going to get a second kill. Cray will trade it, look for his second man, but he's going to go down, as with his backup. DarkSpawn Gaming, now they're suddenly starting to regress. London Esports so used to just playing into the bomb site and then getting picked apart, then facing contact, then facing some resilience, and now they're not quite ready towards that mid position. DarkSpawn Gaming changing the pace of the match entirely here for round 14, and London Esports will pay the price.
They had the backup. Connor made, well, I'm assuming it was Connor made the call, right, I'm going aggressive with this AWP. I'm going to push them in mid because they peak it every round. Mezzi, however, opening up onto the A site, does not have the bomb, so he has to work that out for him completely. I don't think he's going to be able to get too much done. It'd be a miracle if he even managed to save this AK, but he's going to carry it on, see what he can get. 52 seconds left, and the economy not looking very strong for London at all.
I'm not sure where that loss bonus sits at right now. I think they might be on max, which means we could have a decent buy into the next round.
I think they are on max, yeah, because we saw them go. There was definitely 5-5 at one point, and I think it was 5-3 to London Esports. So I don't think they've won a round in, well, now 6 rounds. So they are moving into round number 15, the last round of this first half, with a very, very faltered economy here. They're going to be stunted, to say the least. Deagle coming out from Fraser. There's the Mac 10 as well. We've seen that have some good dynamic heads-up play coming through, but it remains to be seen whether or not they're going to be able to get it in. As again, Link and Fraser, they really haven't started to put up these numbers on the board.
Yeah, but I mean, just in general, like Link, Fraser, and Cray, compared to what Adam and Mezzi are doing, like, it's night and day for the London Esports side. They're going to have to rely on this CT side pretty heavily, any luck. Look at this, the Krieg coming through from Adam, an unusual weapon for the T side. I mean, usually you expect to see the AKs versus the AUGs at best for the CT forces, but we'll find out how well that's going to go for London Esports. They are on the broken buy. It is max loss bonus, but that's not enough on its own to get yourself a decent standing compared to a full buy of the CT side. So how are London going to play this one out? I mean, it's all going to come down to positioning and trying to catch DarkSpawn off guard, but we know that DarkSpawn are great at holding at their end of the map and just getting the kills against London whenever they face. And already it will be first contact coming through from Adam. He'll go down. Cray also here towards the sniper's nest. We'll get a pick back onto the next. And now they will rotate back over the B bomb site. It looks like it's an apartments play.
Brody has that AUG. He can go for those pretty clean spray downs towards those apartments positions, but you can see they're going fast this time around. Link looking to pop on out, but Brody is there by the broken wall. Will break them down as well. A second spray down. Headshot onto Mezzi. Fraser trying to get something with the Deagle, but there's so much cover and the backup as well. Nice headshot coming out. And a second. Fraser looking for a third, but not going to be quite as lucky that time around. Beautiful shots. And London Esports get the plant. They're 2 versus 2, but these post plants have been notoriously weak for them so far.
Heads will roll in the market. 4 points of health for Fraser. 2 kills to his name. He's got inklings. When he faced around this corner, London have been known to overextend, and they've been doing it so far in this game. Fraser with a face. This is dangerous. Very dangerous open position from him. He's going to have to rely on Cray to get these picks, and, well, we know how that's going to go. Deagle up, tags up Laney. Next heads the face around the corner. Fraser going to get taken out.
One.
That's a 1-for-1. Cray left alone. Diffuse coming through, and he's actually towards short. Molotov in. This is going to come in way too late. The Diffuse is going to get stuck. DarkSpawn Gaming going to take a 10-5 half to turn it around. James BT's sacrifice is noble there, John. And the defuse for the CT side. Again, a big, big half for DarkSpawn.
It's the DarkSpawn Gaming Classics. Just stick the defuse. Just sit on the bomb, hold E or whatever you've got it bound to, the use button. And that's it. Pros don't fake. That's the rule. Just got to go for it. Nice cover. He had the position. He had the advantage as well. He knew that London weren't going to peek that they weren't going to go in fast and loose. So you can just stick it in that situation. And as you say, that Molotov a little bit late coming out.
A very quick play from DarkSpawn. Double flash smoke for Laney. Single smoke flash for Brody. And ZNX with the raid boss P250. This is a standard execution. Smokes will come up into connector and onto stairs. The splash is over and Cray executes the first. ZNX with the head taken off. And awkward smokes actually leaves a big gap in the defense here for the CT side to work with. They will push forward and try and see if they can gain control as connector smoked off, not jungle instead. They have one flashbang remaining. The bomb will get planted open for connector. And DarkSpawn Gaming, they're going to swarm this jungle area here.
Well, we've seen how DarkSpawn Gaming can go on the retakes. We'll see how London Esports can do it now. And it seems like Cray is not going to stop. 3 kills already. Fraser gets another. And that is absolutely brutal efficiency coming out from London Esports. They're going to be able to take down this last remaining member. I have no doubt. The bomb gets defused and he dies at the end.
Big round from Cray as well. I've been a bit quiet over the course of that first half. But now he's starting to frag with the big boys, Mezzy and Adam. 14 kills between Cray and Adam, and Mezzy sitting up at 15. Still in a little bit quiet from Fraser and Link, but London Esports maybe might be able to start things off of the back of that one. Some big multi-kills coming in from Cray. A bit of a confidence boost there for the CT side as they take a pistol. DarkSpawn Gaming have that bomb plant. They could have forced the issue and a pretty good buy, but they're going to opt for the deco and go in for a full-blown buy in round 18. The Eagles will play up, look for those heads in the middle. Not too much of an issue if they lose this round again. It's mostly to try and get themselves into that buy in the next one. And James BT will still take down Cray. So there will be a little bit of resistance coming in from the CT forces, but Adam's going to line up 2, and now it's all going to be left on Brody.
What could he get done? Not too much. Turns out the MP9 down from the short will be able to claim the final kill. 4 players remain standing for London Esports. 2 MP9s still in their hands. With DarkSpawn Gaming buying up into this round, they might be a little bit lackluster here. Of course, the helmet's coming through as well, so it's going to be pretty difficult for them to find those openings and find something to get done. But those M4s, that's really what they're relying on here. No snipers to speak of, so it will all just be those rifle trades. But London Esports, they're off to a good start in the half.
Now I have to face up against those rifles again from DarkSpawn. Already, Cray will get the opening kill. Out towards Rams and next getting caught overextending a little bit. DarkSpawn aren't really playing towards A, and mostly out in the mid control. And looking like they want to play for options for a B split, because they got one player in apartments and a bomber, which he dropped out of the apartments entrance. London, of course, with a big start, 5-on-4 already for the CT forces. One player will go back to pick up that bomb for the DarkSpawn side. Not a whole lot of setup control. They will get the short control, which again does lean to the idea of a B split, but 3 players to deal with on the London Esports side. This is looking like a very good defensive, and with even more pressure coming through, one player going to push up through Palace over on A, get all the information out. This hit has to be pretty flawless from DarkSpawn.
The boost.
Fraser not ready for the boost. There you go. That's a nice pick to start things off, and Laney charges forward, spots a second, but Link gets the kill. Traded back by corner. Brody comes in on towards Mezzy, and that is the B site dismantled by DarkSpawn.
Link should have been able to pick up that kill, but he had the MP9. That's what I was talking about. Just not quite able to get it, but London Esports have the chance now. We've seen DarkSpawn Gaming do it with this 2 versus 3. It's all about these post-plant positions here on B-bomb site. Where are you going to be stationed up? One player short, one player actually pushing up towards those bins, towards that market. One sat on the bomb, but Adam is going to be there. Nice headshot, lines it up, knew exactly what was going on. 1 kit available for Cray. The bomb ticking pretty fast now. Needs to make the pull of the trigger, but no, James BT shuts it down. That's going to be really, really tricky to get done, and it's going to be Connor to close it down. DarkSpawn Gaming take the 3rd round of the half.
And those rifles just barely coming together. I mean, very good picks on the initial start towards that B-bomb site. Again, 3 players stacked up against 4 of the DarkSpawn Gaming side. In theory, that should be a London round. A very good defensive held out from those guys. But the boost came through. They got that pick. The trade was out. They got the information on the next round, and they took him down. Then one more player to the back of the site also ended up falling. And that's really what gave DarkSpawn the whole round right there. 11 on the board. And now London are going to be pretty weak coming into the buy-ups again. 1-5-7 for Adam. 1 SMG for Cray. They're all piston in play with 2 rifles to back it up, but it's not ideal.
but they have been doing consistent damage to DarkSpawn Gaming. I mean, and London Esports as well. Both of them relatively quite low on that economy, so it's still very much in flux as to who's going to start to eke out that lead. From the short, a little bit of damage coming through, but it's traded 1-for-1. Mezzi makes it a favorable trade in the end, but it takes a lot of damage. 8 HP now left on that rifler. Cray looking to push out a Palace. Oh, look around down to your right. That MP9 not going to be able to go for those long trades. Headshot lands and makes it even yet again.
A 3-on-3 scenario. Connor trying to make it back to the favor of DarkSpawn, and indeed he will. Takes out Adam, leaving Fraser and Mezzi. And AWP on 100 HP and M4 on 8. It's not a great setup, I'm going to be honest, John. They'll make their way in, get that bomb plant. Actually, they will get cut off. Fraser takes that quick kill on Brody.
The spray from short
Damage
as well.
coming through from short, yeah. Mezzi trying to suppress DarkSpawn, stall for time, but in the end, there's just not enough firepower, not enough pressure. The bomb will go down, so it will be a 2v2 retake. London not looking great in this one. A glass cannon as well from that AWP for a retake. That's pretty dire stuff. No defuse kits, not a lot of utility. The flashbang will come through. ZNX reads it, waits for the corner face, trying to get the headshot, but no, Mezzi takes him down. It's a 1 versus 2, with the last man being Connor held out towards short. Great nade on towards Mezzi, will take him down, and Fraser being extremely low. One good spray down is all he needs, but now Fraser's going to stick it. Is he behind cover? I think he might be. The full 10 seconds? No. Connor will take the final frag, take the 12th. I think that's a triple kill for him and everything. DarkSpawn going to look alive on T side.
Yeah, 12-7 now on London Esports, looking in danger of losing their first map of the bracket. Even coming through from that upper side, DarkSpawn Gaming, they seem to have got the read. They watched over the games that they played yesterday. And they have learned their lesson, it seems, and they are really doing a lot of work here on Mirage. Very, very good to see that a team can have that presence of mind. I'm sure they've had a big old think about it and made it happen. Dropping now, looking for James BT. He's come out. Will rain death from above. The MAC-10 spray downs. Nice. Onto the pistols. A lot of money being saved up now.
And they think this is a B hit. James has taken 3 kills in his lonesome. The MAC-10 just cleaning house against London Esports. On for the ace. Let's see him have it. No, Adam. A little bit of a joy kill. It's fine, though. It's fine. 4 players alive for DarkSpawn Gaming. They should still be able to get unlucky 13 on the T side board with the AKs staying in place, so they don't really lose much. Go hunting for Adam, because why not? They haven't got a lot of money, but of course, take the MAC-10 into the next round. I mean, I don't think they really want to leave London with anything into the next round.
Yeah, I mean, even going for that 1-player push onto the B-bomb site is very smart, because you're only giving over a MAC-10 at worst. And coming up against full armor, you can give that away. That's fine. You can give them that presence. And you might be even able to take it away from them at the end as well. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Adam will go down 13-7 now. Very, very close for DarkSpawn Gaming to be able to take the first map against London in the tournament.
Yeah, 3 rounds for them to take the first map and turn it to a 1-1 series, John. Another timeout. 3 timeouts so far in this map up here, and London have taken all of them. They know that they are not playing at the same sort of level as they were over the course of this one. And also, to consider the context of this, London have not lost a map in the entire playoff bracket. This will be the first in Insomnia 64. This will be the first time that London would have lost out against any of the teams so far throughout this bracket. So what kind of implication does that give for the rest of the series is the question that is now on my mind. Yeah,
exactly. But that's the thing. It's not even like it's back and forth, and it's 14-15 or something like that. This is 13-7. This is a dominant scoreline coming through from DarkSpawn Gaming. If they can continue this pressure, if London don't win this round, that is a real turn up for the books.
Fraser and ZNX start things off with quick hits coming through across the line here, but overall London Esports come out on top with Lincoln Cray getting those last 2 picks back on the A-bomb site. 4 versus 2. Brody and Connor, last 2 players looking across up. Smokes will go down. Molotov's coming through towards the stairs. Brody tries to get on site, but no, Adam cuts him off, pushing through that smoke, gets himself a double. Fantastic stuff again from the CT side as London. This time they're looking alive, looking confident. Can they carry that through throughout the rest of this map?
Have to wait and see. That is a crucial round, though, for London Esports. They really needed to win that. So they'd have gone down there, pretty dire straits for them on their economy, on morale as well. But 20 kills going up on the board now for Adam. He's really starting to stretch out that lead in terms of fragging, but DarkSpawn Gaming doesn't seem to phase them. They're setting up for the A site at the moment. Smoke should be able to rain on over. No split for them. It's just pure and simple Counter-Strike. Going to go for that first push, but we'll have to wait just a little bit longer. Oh, actually a missed smoke there coming through for Brody. That might spell disaster, but London Esports are going to have that pressure. You can see that Palace position does have that the viewing angle, but it's not going to worry them. Connor able to get the first frag. DarkSpawn Gaming, they push up, they play those stairs, and they get that plant.
Trade back from Fraser though. Orb gets a pick and Mezzi comes up with a second. Good flashbanging will allow Brody with one, but Adam trades it back. 3 versus 2 scenario. Favored to the London Esports side. The Orb from Fraser just about misses on the blind shot, and James BT will be left at close range position. CZ up. James BT at the long range takes down one. It's a 2 versus 2. He gets traded. Zed next with a second, looking for his third. Not going to happen. The defuse will come through from Fraser as London Esports just hold on against DarkSpawn.
They are still going, and this is why they are touted as one of the best teams in the UK. They can be there when they have to dig deep. They can do it. They can make it happen and start to look to come back into this one. You can see now the frags starting to even out just a little bit more. Lincoln Fraser picking up the pace just that little bit. Good to see. Needed to be seen as well from London Esports, and you can see they've got the AWP now over onto Fraser. Orgs starting to come out now, so they can make that economic investment because they can carry it over round on round. DarkSpawn Gaming, however, a little bit of a deco.
And you can see in one round, because they do have a couple rounds to play with, you know.
Slow into the mid. Looking to keep that pressure up. But they have got a little bit of control. We've seen this before. We've seen mid being given over, and they're allowing to hoist themselves on their own petard, make the play, and shut it down. And that's exactly what's going to happen. DarkSpawn Gaming looking to move over onto that A site. Only one frag found in response over onto Adam. That is one of those Orgs, though, so they do need to try and pick that one up and see if they can keep that in their arsenal. Save themselves losing a little bit more money. Fraser, come on. Standing still, and again, standing still. Can't be missing those.
It's because Fraser's in motion. He was walking around. He was just like trying to, swing about while also on the move. It's
not Call of Duty, my friend.
It's not Call of Duty. It's Counter-Strike. You have to stand still when you take an AWP shot. Even for the sprays themselves, like even the tiniest footsteps can throw an entire pattern off guard. So you've got to be perfect on that one. I mean, it's not going to matter too much in the grand scheme of things. Cray will still get his 4K, really stacking up the kills for his right. And in this second half, he's actually evened up against Adam. So London Esports will be within 3 of the DarkSpawn lead. Suddenly looking like a bit more of a close affair, John. It certainly has been DarkSpawn running away with this matchup so far. London have finally started to come back into their own. And now with a bit of a broken buy from DarkSpawn, this could be their chance to really take things closer to that 13.
Double digits. They've saved themselves from what was a dominant scoreline coming in from DarkSpawn Gaming. Oof. Now, even if they do lose their first map of the tournament, it would be a respectable scoreline for them to come through, and something they do expect from one of the best teams in the UK. So Orgs abound. They have the pressure there. Brody looking to try and drop down with that Mac 10 and play up close. You've got Link underneath the window. You've got Mezzi at the back of sight. They know what's up, and Link will be able to spray one down. Mezzi there for the refrag as well on the second. And now it's 3 versus 5. They have the AWP trained towards Market. Will get one, but it's traded back yet again, and Mezzi jumps on up to the truck. Going to shut it down, and yet again, Mezzi comes up big with a 3K in the round.
Yeah, DarkSpawn is kind of getting suppressed back in the apartment. Seemed like a bit unconfident there. I guess the utility from London Esports was good enough to keep them at bay for the moment. And of course means that DarkSpawn will be back to the pistols for another round. A big victory for London as they look to try and take a 12th within 1 of the DarkSpawn Gaming lead, assuming these Deagles don't do something magical here in round 25. With not a lot of Kevlar, no head armor across the entire board. 1 full set of utility for Brody, everybody else with nothing. Means that there's going to be a little bit to work with, and he's instantly down. That's, I think, the incendiary being thrown out, so all that utility's been gone. Maybe the smoke might be remaining because it's the most expensive piece of utility that you would have had on his person at the time of the kill. But a 1 kill advantage for London Esports is still going to be something the DarkSpawn have to deal with.
Might be a little bit easier. I'm not too sure what happened with London Esports. They were at that 13-7, and it just seems like a switch flicked for them. They turned it on. I feel like all they needed was a little bit of a mental reset of a really strong round to come through. That's what happened, and then they figured out, oh yeah, no, we can play Counter-Strike. We remember how to do it. They plugged their mice. They plugged their mice back in, and they started to rain through the frags. But so did DarkSpawn Gaming apparently. But they're trading even Stevens blow for blow, and now it's 2 versus 2 as the equalizer comes through, and they've managed to find themselves an AWP and an M4. Rifles abound. The bomb down in mid.
Great flash in. Prompt at the shot from
There's the
ZNX. I
boost.
know where he is, and the boost comes through. They're not ready for that. Mezzi takes both the players down, and London Esports do recover. A lot of damage being done by those pistols again, so that means that London Esports might be hurt a little bit coming into the buy-ups. Fraser on 10 grand, though, should be able to drop rifles for whoever needs it, and I think that overall they'll keep that money at a stable level, but not a high level, not a high enough level to justify a full-blown force buy in the next one. They might go for a half buy or an eco if they end up losing this next one. The same can be said for DarkSpawn, who are looking worse than London Esports in terms of the economy state. AWP will come through alongside the AKs. Already a lot of utility being used up of an already limited buyout. The hit comes out towards the mid position. ZNX already pushed up so far, but he's not ready for one player to be down towards mid. He still gets the kills despite being caught off guard. Spots Link as well, who gets the trade, and now his teammate will look to trade right back, but it's Link and Fraser that come up with 2 picks back over to the mid position. 4 versus 3 scenario. James BT finally takes out the ladder room and gets us back to evens here with the A-bomb site. So the B-bomb site looking a little bit open, and now completely open as Mezzi goes down a short.
Mezzi should not have been going down there. He should have had that angle completely checked out, but instead, it goes down to a nice spray. McRae looking for the transfer, not quite able to find it. Fraser needs to come up big. Now is the time to start fragging, but Connor will do the work he needs to do. 14-12 now. DarkSpawn Gaming regain a little bit of ground, and this is where the economy you were talking about previously in the last round comes into play, Jay. The London Esports squad, they don't have enough to go for those full buys. Mezzi has a lot of money, so he can potentially drop over quite a bit, but they give over this round, they are going to be looking towards that overtime, and they might be doing just that with the deco and the rifle play on Mezzi.
Quasi buy from London. This is risky. They may end up conceding this round to DarkSpawn, which means that they'll be playing for overtime. Other than that, DarkSpawn in a good position, good opportunity to take the match point, or map point, I should say, as Adam takes the first frag. ZNX comes up with a trade and a secondary kill as well. Fraser still towards the back of the bomb site. We'll try and take down ZNX, but Laney's there for the quick trade on Tetris, leaving all Link and Mezzi. Both players coming in from CT spawn. The bomb will go down. M4 will get boosted up. Trying to vision, he spots out corner. That's a good headshot to find. The other 2 T-side players have backed off a little bit. One player on bomb site, another one playing close towards stack. Flashes through, and London Esports, no defuse kit. They have to act super quick, and they will tag Laney extremely low. James BT also tagged up, leaving Link with a perfect chance to turn it back around with the Deagle. Headshot's not going to get landed, and Laney will land the last kill of round 27. DarkSpawn now on map point for the first map of the grand finals.
And the first map against London Esports as well. They haven't been in the situation before. They do have that map advantage coming into this best of 5, but DarkSpawn Gaming on the verge of evening it up here. Looking to go 1-1 in the series. It all comes down to this rifle round for them, though. As they do go down, London Esports have a shout to move themselves to overtime. It is a pretty decent push as well, because they would... Oh, no, that's a really bad start for London Esports. But having said that, this is where DarkSpawn Gaming can really start to take the momentum. If London Esports were to win out this round, the economy is such that DarkSpawn Gaming might really struggle to actually find a round before that 15th place, that 15th round on the board for London Esports. So it really, really is crucial here. DarkSpawn Gaming, though, they lead out strong with a nice pick into the mid. There's the A split coming out. They've already got a player out onto Tetris, but Cray, he's around the corner, he gets flashbanged out, has to fall back, but Link's there to pick up the pieces. Mezzi's out as well, gets taken down.
Craig comes up with a kill. That's the bomb dropped here in the jungle area. Link got a good position to work with. The backstab coming in from Adam. This could be massive. He sprays with the AUG, takes down ZNX, and Brody is the last man left to try and get DarkSpawn their map victory here. London trying to hold on to signs of life. They will concede the bomb control. It will get picked up by Brody, and he's going to be smart about it. He's going to rotate towards the B bomb site. I believe it will be heard there. Link's out towards underpass. He should hear these footsteps and call it back out. The bomb will get planted open for market, and Brody a 1 versus 2 clutch situation. What a massive round this would be from him if DarkSpawn were to pick it up. Let's Link the first contact, facing around. Brody's going to play passive and look towards the apartments first. Second play coming in from short. Nice great tag damage, down 41 HP. London Esports with a great advantage. And the spray, I think that managed to land on Brody. They know he's right around this corner, and eventually they will combine onto his position. The kill will come through for Link. The defuse will be stuck. 10 seconds should be enough time for London. 13 on the board. They are going to remain alive on Mirage.
just for now. London
Just
still
for now.
in the game. But DarkSpawn Gaming, they can buy up into this round. They could even get themselves that AWP as well. Plenty of cash to try and throw across, but they might just want to take a back seat on it, invest into the next round and go for a couple of these deagles as well. You can see one AK being bought up. That's fair enough. They've got a Mac 10 on the board as well. Not too sure about that one, but maybe they've read into it. Maybe they've read that there's going to be a little bit of a lack of head armor coming through from the London Esports side. Have to wait and see what they're able to get done. It seems like B rush is on the cards. Is the utility going to be invested? But London Esports a little bit late on that. Going to give them the window drop potential. There's the spray trade coming through as they drop onto B.
A lot of damage being done with that Molotov. 25 points of health for James BT. He's close to Link. Right around this corner, the flashbangs will go out. London 4 versus 4. DarkSpawn with a broken buy as Link makes his way forward and James BT takes him down. That's a crucial man advantage gain. The M4 spray will line up to only get the one. He spotted the second man back towards bench though, and more information is being given up by the T side as Cray and Fraser come up with frags. ZNX can't do anything for the apartments. It will be another round for London. Looking for that overtime, John. Suddenly it's become a very clear possibility.
All right, I'm taking bets. How many overtimes are we going to, Jay? How many?
Over this map, this series is the question.
Oh, that's actually a good question. Given the proximity these two teams are playing at, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see 3 or 4 overtimes coming out this finals. But maybe DarkSpawn Gaming are going to be able to clinch it out here. Of course, remember they are still on map point. They still have the opportunity to go in, and with that eco from the last round, well, quasi-buy coming in last round. For DarkSpawn Gaming, they can just go and invest all of that money into the 30th round of this game, potentially final of the map. They've got the AWP as well over onto Connor. We've seen how strong he's been playing in that mid position against Fraser. They're trying to face into connector, but not going super well for them at the moment. London Esports.
Oh, this angle.
Taking it back. It's risky. I think Fraser knows what's up though.
He's looking, he spots 6 foot. He had a great read on that one. They will gain the mid control out of this, and of course Sniper Nest will be flushed out because I don't think Fraser saw the drop come through. He will actually be playing in the murder hole, playing very carefully, playing very passive around the situation. Still 60 seconds remain. Good flash in, a takedown Adam, that's a start. But Cray there with a trade will get traded back by Laney, and ZNX with an awkward spray. Link will take him down. Connector under the control of the CTs, but it doesn't matter because the push is coming through towards ramp. It's the AWP Fraser. One shot, Laney lines up the collateral. 2 for 1, and Brody is left alone. 1 versus 3 over in connector. Gotta imagine this will be a round for the London Esports side as they try and push us to overtime. And Brody, well, he'll face up towards Link. He's been stellar so far in his half-shoulder bait. We'll spot him. The CTs know what's up, and Link will end it. 15-15. It's overtime for the first map of the grand finals. Oh,
it's heating up here at Insomnia. It might be Monday, and everyone might be tired, but we are ready for this final, it seems. 15-15. My, what a way to start off this best of 5. I'm going to see what they're going to chuck on out, of course. You're looking at that 10K price at the 10K money pool at the start of it, which means that that third round can be pretty crucial. If you lose those first 2, you're going to really struggle on your economy moving into that last round. Rifle's going to be bought, of course, during this first round for everyone. Look at what London Esports have done, though. This is smart. Not getting any of the helmets means that they can have a little bit more cash, save that $350 into the back pocket and keep it alive because they know that DarkSpawn Gaming will be fully investing on those AKs. Yeah,
a very smart play from London, honestly. I don't know why more CT teams don't actually do that, to be honest. Like in 10K back in the day when it was prominent as part of the majors, even the biggest teams were buying into head armor. Right now,
do it. It's kind of a,
it is an instinct to a certain extent, but London playing this one smartly, playing for the long game because they realize that DarkSpawn could end up taking both of their rounds away from them. So they've got to try and hold on to every little thing that they can. They will go set up for the A execution set. The smokes being lined up by Brody and co. He'll be ready. Well, definitely pushes that will come through from the CT side, but mostly they're just going to hold close here at the Palace, at the Firebox, and one more towards Jungle. It's DarkSpawn Gaming just waiting for time to tick down. A 45-second mark, I imagine, is when they'll start to make the move. And yeah, here comes the utility. Adam close range. Nice nade in towards that next position. It lands a bit deep. Molotov will force Adam off the one-off angle as Brody is the first man down. Good spray from Adam. Blind finally takes out ZNX, and he can focus fire back towards the ramp position. 5 versus 3. London maintain the control for the moment, but DarkSpawn, they're looking for some trades, and they will get one.
They found the opening. They found a second as well. Made that a third. All of a sudden, we're into a 2 versus 2. Who wants to play wingman? Let's see what Adam can get done. They haven't taken the angle. Oh, dear.
Oh, man.
Brutal. Adam able to get the 2K, shuts down the bomb plant, and they were not aware of his position. London Esports take the first round of this first overtime.
I'm quite surprised that they didn't actually check it, because they got a kill towards one man who was playing on the bomb site and one more man who was playing on the jungle position. So I'm not sure if they thought that that man actually rotated away and back towards the bomb site.
Well, they must have done, because he got the spray down into the smoke earlier.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That information was given up. So maybe it was a bit of a misread from DarkSpawn Gaming. I mean, either way, it's going to be a big misplay that will cost them dearly, because it's the first round of the overtime going in the favor of London Esports. And you can see already how that's crippled them. They have got very little money on that T side, and already they've started things off with a lot of utility damage coming in from the London Esports side. 47 HP on Mr. Worldwide Connor. This is not a good start for DarkSpawn here, with London holding the lead here in overtime. All it would be to get a map point away from DarkSpawn.
Holding it down now. London Esports, they seem to have picked up their feet. This is the situation that we saw a little bit exacerbated, of course, yesterday when these two teams did face off before. London Esports, I believe, they were behind for a majority for quite a bit of the map. They came back, got it to overtime, and then were able to take it down. So we'll see if they're able to repeat that performance. 3 AUGs being brought into this round. The economy a little bit low for Cray, so in the next round he might be a little bit at risk if he isn't able to get a buy in. But Adam goes down early. This A site takes starting out with 39 seconds left on the clock. They've got the AWP over towards CT, and no rotations being called at the moment.
Oh, Cray takes out one, tries to line up two more. ZNX will trade him. Naming it all to Fraser. He's been a little bit shaky with this AWP in this position.
Look at this lurk.
But how much can he do? There is a lurk coming in towards the jungle area. Nice face. Will drop that bomb. 20 seconds. He will get traded. But now that buys a chance for the CTs to rotate up. No one's going to try face towards shore. If they did right now, they could still deny it. Laney, open bomb plant. It's not going to come through. The face from, I believe that's Link over towards shore area. Yep, that is Link. Is not going to come out. He looks towards the sniper's nest. And now DarkSpawn will take another frag and a follow-up as well from the AWP. Quick peeks from London, one face after the other. They will give up those 1v1s, and DarkSpawn will equalize in OT. 16-16,
last round of this CT side in the first OT. London Esports, as I said, Cray going down there means that he is going to be stuck on that MP9. He's had to buy up plenty of times before with that 10K cash pool on each player. It can put you into these situations. DarkSpawn Gaming, however, they're going to be potentially a little bit lackluster in terms of utility. Connor only getting that smoke and the flash, sacrificing it for the AWP, the power of which we have seen time and time again. Who's going to tip themselves into the lead at the end of this first half of overtime? That remains to be seen.
Look how far Brody's made his way into the B bomb site. He's already got vision. They have no idea. No one's checking this. If he gets a pick, this could be a massive start for DarkSpawn as they all start to converge in here. He will drop down, give up his angle. Link will take the first pick. Meanwhile, one of the main forces. Second kill comes in from Fraser. James BT will get trading, but Mezzi comes up with two, almost a third on ZNX, but 3 points of HP. He's not surviving this 1v3. London Esports will take the advantage at the first half of overtime.
16-17 though, very, very close. They're going to swap sides, and we've seen how impactful the T side is for both of these teams. With a 17-point lead, with the one-round lead, with the 17 points on the board for London Esports, this could be their time to be able to take it home, put themselves towards the tournament point in the map score.
And 2 rounds for London Esports to take this map. 3 for DarkSpawn to do the same. We go 18-18, we reset to second overtime, we do it all over again, John.
Oh yeah.
And the way things have gone between these two teams, it wouldn't surprise me for that third option. As we go into the utility setups for London Esports, default A execution with a little bit of mid-control coming in from Adam. He won't be able to get all of it, so it will just be execute now with the A bomb site being the target. Smokes up, Molotovs in. You can see the 2 smokes coming out to the connector and stairs area. 1 smoke out towards CT. The Molotovs will come in response with the DarkSpawn side as they aggress the main CT line. James BT doing some damage. The sprays come through with the AKs, and Link will move forward so close to the CT line. A flashbang will keep him blind, but he keeps his opponents blind as well, as Mezzi's the first man to go down in this round. Playing with a trade. A quick trade back from the AWP, and the next comes through. A quick flick as Connor can't quite seem to get that final kill. Craig comes up. A good trade to keep the man advantage back towards the team's favor. Good headshot on the swivel. And 37 HP. He's got 2 kills up for a 4K. No idea where the remaining CTs are coming in from. He's checking stairs, he's checking the bomb site. Spots the shoulder of one more man. He has got time to work with, but the pressure coming in from the CTs is too much, and he's just taking even more damage to line him up. He gets the headshot, but not the second player. DarkSpawn equalize in this match once again.
Cray lasted so much longer longer than he should have done there. There was a player playing in CT who was just trying to shoot at him and wasn't landing the shots. That is absolutely unforgivable on that mistake, and it actually gave London and Esports a chance to get into that round and open up towards that first point. But nonetheless, DarkSpawn Gaming pull it together again. 17-17 now as we draw even, moving towards the end of this first overtime. Who's going to put themselves towards that map point? That remains to be seen. 18 will be on the boards by the end of this.
Look at underpass. Look at how far pushed up Brody is. The spray is going to miss every single bullet. He does get one kill. There's a second man down there, though. And ZNX will get the trades together. With even more pressure coming in from the CT, forces a backstab could come through against London Esports, so they make their way inside. Connor takes down one. Not quite ready for the next couple of players outside. He still faces, gets a second AWP shot. One more man around the corner. What kind of a shot is that, Connor? Map point, excuse me, for DarkSpawn Gaming. 18-17 on CT's side.
What a time to pause. London Esports need to reset after that. What a flick from Connor.
Jesus Christ.
That was insane. Reactions on that guy, absolutely up to scratch, and DarkSpawn Gaming show us why they deserve to be here up on stage in the finals at Insomnia.
Final pause for London. They need it. They really need it right now. They had all the pressure against the back line of the CT side, and they still could not get it done. Some insane shooting coming in from DarkSpawn Gaming, and if this is going to be their map in an overtime, what does that say for Inferno, John? I said that was my map to highlight. Again, I'll remind for those of us who are just joining us, that map in the upper bracket finals earlier yesterday went to 4 overtimes. So
okay,
that's next up in this series.
Yeah?
What does that say, John? What does that say?
They're trying to one-up themselves. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to go to 5, and they're trying to ruin my vocal cords for my entire life. That's what they're trying to do.
You've not had a good weekend, have you?
Well, I've had a great weekend. That's why my voice is broken. No, it's been great fun, and with Counter-Strike like this, I wouldn't expect it any other way. But London Esports trying to execute over on towards that B-bomb site. The first frag starts to come through for Brody. ZNX drops it down, drops the bomb, but they're traded back. Fraser with that Deagle will land the headshot, so now they have a one-man advantage moving up against London Esports. Connor, though, with the AWP, misses the shot. Not quite on target this time around. He used all his flick juice on the first time around when he shaped that 3K.
He's going to miss on that next contact. Means a 4 versus 3. London Esports trying to push it to another overtime, but Link is extremely low. With kills coming through for their T side, suddenly it's all James BT. A clutch and a half to make work. It's not going to happen. Second overtime of this map, John. Although DarkSpawn had the flick power, it just was not enough to get the job done here on map 1.
Over into that second time around, 3-3 apiece. No more timeouts for London Esports. They used up all 4 so far, so DarkSpawn Gaming still have that opportunity to go for it as well. A lot of frags starting to be posted as well. 4 30 bombs being dropped. 3 on the London side, 1 on the DarkSpawn Gaming side, and that sort of talks about how disparate those placements of those kills have been on the London Esports side. Link, he has started to step up now, but he did have obviously that initial gap that has put him a little bit lower. But DarkSpawn have been a lot more consistent as a team. A side take coming out from London Esports, as they do manage to get pretty much all the way in, but a lot of lurking being done by DarkSpawn right now. How sneaky are they going to be able to be?
James BT at 5 box, 2 players out here. Link will take down Laney. The bomb can get denied. Very nicely done from James BT as he strikes, takes a second, almost gets the spray to the third, but not quite taking out Adam. It will be 3v3 as the bomb is yet to go down still. Connor, can he go for the wall bang? No, he'll be forced out by the Molotov instead as the nade from ZNX will take out Cray. Man advantage now for DarkSpawn Gaming as they move into retake positions. 2 players coming in from CT, with 1 player sticking directly on the bomb itself. Oh, Adam will take out and take down Connor, so we're back to evens one more time. The M4 and AWP up to face here. ZNX finally takes out Link. It's all Adam out towards Connector. Knows that this bomb is not planted for him, so it's not the best position. As they will go around that corner, they know where he is. They can just stick this defuse now. They tap it once, defuse kit on. Adam, based around the corner. The defuse is getting stuck. Oh, he gets the shot. And Adam comes in with just a split second left to go. Holds the first round of OT for London.
When you want to turn up, then. That's exactly what London Esports have in Adam. Beautiful play coming out from him today. 35 kills already up on the board. Standout player in the first half for them. Not super strong in terms of the round counts, but he was consistently fragging. And now, when it comes down to it, he's going to be able to continue to do so. London Esports now 1 point up. They're going to be looking to put at least 2 on the board for this T side in the second overtime, preferably 3. If they put themselves on that third round, they can only need 1 win on that CT side. And of course, this has proven a little bit more tricky to get those wins on the CT side for both of these teams so far. So they do start to roll onto the A-bomb site. Spray not quite able to pick up the frag. Not this time around, but Connor's there with the AWP. Gets the second. Finally, the third rolls on in, and DarkSpawn Gaming chime back with a vengeance.
And London Esports dismantled by the teammates of DarkSpawn Gaming. A bit of a weird one because they kind of just all stacked up to the open area of Connector Jungle, and it's like you usually put 1 player there to play contact and try and stop DarkSpawn from getting and pushing through that smoke. The fact you had 3 players up there, it was pretty exploitable, including the AWP shot, the damage that was done to, I believe it was Fraser, and finally that kill that came in from Laney. Like, yeah, not exactly a play that I would personally recommend for London Esports, and they'll pay the price for it. Back to evens we go in what has been a back and forth set of overtimes. We're guaranteed at least a 2019 half. Who is it going to the favor of? And as you say, you can't get those 3 rounds on that first half. Means that it's going to be a difficult affair to try and gain the control on CT's side. Connor will take down Link to start. Adam will trade it. Mid-control game by London, but James BT still lurking. What a one-way. He's going to take the headshot of the first man. Not quite the second, though. The trades are still good from the T's.
These are really heads-up trades, as you say, from this London Esports squad. Connor landing that AWP shot was very, very dangerous. We saw how stacked up they were. That could have gone a lot worse for them. Collateral potential was really, really there. And they kind of overstated themselves in the mid, but they do manage to go even. 3 versus 3. This is actually pretty decent because what that's going to force DarkSpawn to do is split up their forces. They're going to have to rotate away across the map, and that's going to give London Esports a really, really strong facing advantage because, of course, you're never really facing more than 3 angles anyway, and if you're only coming up against 1, that might be tricky, but the spray's there. Oh, they're shoulder peeking, beautifully done, stuttering in, stuttering out. Fancy footwork, abundance.
Forcing the mistakes to come from Laney. It's all left to his teammates. Then next with the AK taking first contact. The bomb will go down to default. Mezzi takes out the Molotov. Nice nade on Cray, and Mezzi actually will do a lot of damage to them. So this could still get traded back by DarkSpawn. 1M4 coming through as the next goes down. It's all left to Brody. 1v3 for his 3K. 2 players extremely low. 1 is Fraser, though, and he's on 100 points. Flash in, and Mezzi gets the headshot. London Esports once again going to claim the advantage at the half, but again, it's only a single round advantage, John.
Yeah, of course, they do need to put 2 up as well on that CT side. A lot more difficult previously, but DarkSpawn Gaming, they've been really giving them a run for their money at this stage. I mean, we were talking about how this is the closest team in terms of the skill that we've seen so far during the tournament to London Esports, but I mean, this is just going to demonstrate it even more, right? Second overtime in the first map. We saw 4 overtimes last night between these 2 teams. This is a slugfest. These two behemoths of this LAN have really, really earned their way to this stage.
Well, we wasn't expecting anything less, 4 overtimes in 1 map. This is going to be potentially 4 map series. I mean, certainly if it's as back and forth in this map as it is throughout the other ones, and certainly that's a more than likelihood. The hit comes through from DarkSpawn, and London hold the defense. Cray towards Dark, takes Brody. They have the information. He's not backed up by any more players. The flashbangs will come through, and they will try to push that AWP further forward. A spray back from Cray, still trying to do some damage. In the end, it's Laney to take the kill. Adam there with a quick trade back over to the connector area on the stairs. 4 versus 3. Favor to London Esports, DarkSpawn Gaming. Every time they lose a pick, they're just going to stop dead in their tracks, and that allows London time to adjust, time to set up the triple man crossfire from connector jungle and CT. And the bomb nowhere near going down at this stage.
They haven't got that presence. The bomb over towards that firebox. It has dropped down already. Look, the rest of the team just trying to solidify that position. Only utility coming out from ZenNX, so he has to push up. Be a little bit risky with it. The bomb now moving over onto site, pushes out, gets dropped down by Mezzi. That spray is there. Link gets the trade as well, and now it's just Connor with the AWP. He's 1 versus 3 before. Will he be able to do so again? Picks up the AK, tries to go for it, but he's shut down. Checks the stairs, checks it again, finally realizes there's a player there, but it's too little too late as Link able to pick up the frag, and London Esports on the verge of victory now.
Map point for the London side to put themselves 2-0 up in our series. Difficult affair we've seen from them this time. This is the first time I think we've seen a team have a 2-round advantage at the match point. Map point, in the overtime, I should clarify. So for London Esports, it is a big step in the right direction. with nice little angles being taken, a very tight one-way being spotted out by Fraser. Smoke's about to clear those, so DarkSpawn start to move in as the flashbangs go over. Can he get anything done? He misses that crucial shot, and instead the pop shot comes back from DarkSpawn. He'll get tagged up in trade. No kills, but it is still going to be a massive advantage for DarkSpawn in the early part of the round.
They have got still a pretty solid A-hole, but look at these boosts starting to come out for DarkSpawn Gaming in the mid. They're dropping those nades in. They're trying to get the damage in. Adam not taking too much flack from that, but there's the boost starting to come through. Mid control is there. The spray down is out. Tries to duck on in. Ladder room now taking control for DarkSpawn Gaming, so they can start to pressure in pretty much all of these positions. James BT finds a sliver of a scalp, and he will take it off cleanly. London Esports now losing another player. What they need to do here, it's looking unlikely that they might be able to win this round. If they can do the economic damage, if they can take 2, 3 rifles off the board, that might be all they need to do, because the economy for DarkSpawn is very, very low at this stage, and they might just be able to get more done than that.
Nice round the corner on the boost spot towards short, with the kill coming in from Cray on A bomb site. It's a 3v3. Mezzi comes up with a second as well. A man advantage game for London Esports. 28 seconds left on the clock for DarkSpawn, and London are in a very good spot to take this map. Challenging on towards the player at bench, the AWP of Connor. Now will face out, looking for anyone as James BT gets that pick back. We're in evens again. London Esports, 1 defuse kit on Mezzi. If he goes down, this is going to get awkward, but Cray is coming in for the backstab, and James BT around his corner, face up, he gets the kill. It's all left to Mezzi. 1 versus 2 scenario. They'll face, and the AWP will take the frag, so DarkSpawn Gaming going to remain alive. No one wants to give up Mirage, it seems, John. 1 more round for DarkSpawn, and we will be in triple overtime for the first map of the grand. It's only the first map, by the way. Just the first map.
You guys thought we were only going to give you 2 maps? No. We're going to give you 4, 5 maps worth, but in overtimes. That's what we're going to do. We do it, you know, it's like getting paid a salary on your week rather than your months. You know, yeah, exactly. That's what we're going to do for you here today. But it's going to be London Esports looking to go aggressive over on towards ramp on the A site. And they might just be able to find something, but only a little bit of damage gotten on towards ZNX there. A little bit of pressure, and again, this mid control started to come out. What I said I wanted to see on Mirage, and it's finally starting to happen. Second overtime, they seem to have tuned into it, but we'll have to wait and find out who's going to be able to take it home. London Esports, of course, with the opportunity to win it out here. See what they can do. Put themselves potentially on the 2-0 scoreline, but the way DarkSpawn are playing, neither of these teams is giving up.
Not in the slightest. Like, it's a pretty big map to win. Inferno could go either way, as we've seen already throughout the course of the bracket, so Mirage would be a big pickup, and DarkSpawn need a round to keep themselves alive in it. 45 seconds to the clock. DarkSpawn make their way into the A bomb site. You've got Adam at Palace, Cray at CT. What can he find there? Good pick on James BT as they're looking towards the Palace positions. Their next will trade him, though. Good reaction adjustment play there from the DarkSpawn Gaming side. CT is open, though. And ZNX going to try to get the spawn plant down safely. This could still get awkward as they face will come through. Oh, nice. The AWP spots the smallest of pixels and takes him down. 1 more pick back away as he continues to face around. It will be Connor to take the AWP trade back. So 3 versus 3 scenario and a second kill on Adam to the backstab. Link and Mezzi to try and win this map for London Esports, so we will go to triple OT. They face close, point blank. Mezzi takes the first man, back in with the second. No, Connor still fragging with the AWP. 3 kills to his name. He's so low. Link face around the corner, but Brody works off the backstab in jungle. 21-21, triple overtime, John.
Who needs vocal cords? That's my question. You know, who needs
not
them?
Me.
Just tear them out right now.
Not you.
Serve them up to the land gods, it seems. 21-21, triple overtime now. DarkSpawn Gaming with a beautiful play from Connor coming out with the AWP. That positioning really, really strong. Consistently hitting those shots. He was able to 180 and take down the backstab that came in to try and deal with him. Able to win out the AWP trades time and time again. This is a guy that I'm expecting to see a lot more from, if not now, in the future as well, because he has been playing out of his mind.
So magic number 25. First team to reach it will go with the map victory in the grand finals. Else, we'll play a quadruple overtime. I can't believe it's happening again, John. That's the thing. It's only the first map. It's only the first map. DarkSpawn 5 players set up towards the A bomb site. Here comes the execution. Smokes up. Flashbangs over, incendiaries to try and respond, but they've already made their way on towards Tetris as Zenex spots up Cray, takes him down. Adam out towards jungle, so close, trying to go for the 180, but Zenex so quick, so fast, finds a secondary kill. Not quite the third as Mezzi lines it up on him with the AUG. A 4 versus 3 overall for DarkSpawn, but not for long. Again, Fraser comes in, punishes the overextension to CT, so it's a 3 versus 3. We are all even out for the retake.
And another shot from Connor, landing that AWP. So devastating time and time again. London Esports, they have their work cut out for them. They know where this position is. A lot of them playing over towards Tetris, towards ramp. Spray down from Mezzi, finding one, but James BT gets the refrag over onto Link. Now it's all down to Mezzi going for the spray, but he's finding a second, and DarkSpawn Gaming get the first round of the 3rd overtime.
A good trade game once again. A couple overextensions being punished by the London Esports side. So it wasn't 100% perfect from DarkSpawn, but they held down to the bomb site and they held against the retake, which is the real important thing for the T side. So 2 players alive, 22 on the board for DarkSpawn Gaming. A lead being taken by these boys once again. The AK is coming up against the M4s and AUGs, and it is a full investment from London Esports once again. So DarkSpawn, if they win this round, they have a serious chance to take this one again. Already, though, an opening pick. I think that was the collateral onto Brody as well as the first kill. There's a lot of damage. The sprays are good, and they're not quite able to line up, but Link is the second, not quite the third. James BT will trade it, but it's a 4 versus 2. Regardless, London Esports, massive advantage here in our 2nd of overtime.
Link's salsa class cut a little bit short there, dodging around a couple of bullets, but finally shut down. Fancy footwork, not quite enough to save him there, but London Esports, they have the 4-2 advantage now to AKs. A lot of utility for DarkSpawn Gaming. If they can execute onto this B site, they might just be able to get it done, but with that, that's going to be it. Yeah, not 18 HP. Won't be looking for the save here, might just be looking to try and push on and see if a miracle can happen. James BT, a relatively high fragger in this game. No, that's your teammate. Don't want to go for that. Headshot through the window. Able to get it done, might be able to get the plant as well. Actually looking for more. He's out for blood. Pushing into this market position, actually relatively intelligent here. He knows the players are going to start to push in, but they'll be wary. They know that he hasn't planted the bomb, so they think something's up.
Yeah, they're going to play passive around this one. They're just going to wait. He's going to give up so much information by making all this noise, and finding the bomb plant will come through, so London start to move in. They know he's on the bomb site. James BT going to land some ridiculous heads and faces into the vertical double face, leaving London Esports with a 22-22 scoreline. No one getting an advantage, or a very clear 3-round advantage in this overtime here, or in any of these overtimes, I really should say. I mean, it is such a big sort of like advantage point as well for either side, because you take a look at sort of like what you get out of it. It's essentially 1 round to your victory, and you've got to try and essentially flawless your way to another overtime on the other half. It's such a daunting task ahead of you if you lose that 3-round advantage. So the fact that London Esports and DarkSpawn Gaming are taking these rounds away from each other, it's buying them serious lifelines, and of course extending this overtime to far longer than it really should be, John.
All right, how many overtimes are we thinking then? I'd asked you this question before.
I'm going to go 4.
4?
4.
Okay. I'm going to one-up you and go 5. I think that's what we're looking at here.
If we go 6, I'll tell you a fun fact about the longest overtime in a CSGO professional.
I look forward to it, because I think that could happen. That's a reasonable expectation. But both of these teams back and forth, duking it out here on the finals on the stage for that 1.5k pay bump. And the start for DarkSpawn Gaming is good into this round. 2 kills already found. Of course, that 1.5k will see you up to the £3,000 grand prize here at Insomnia 64. Certainly nothing to turn your nose up at. See who's going to be able to claim it, though. But whoever does, they will have earned it, I can tell you that much.
Well, James BT, we're going to catch off one at ramp, and he will be able to do so. As Link gets a kill, Cray is traded back, and now 2 players left alone in the mid-center means that it's all going to be a DarkSpawn bomb site here. Plant should go down. The nade just landing against the CT forces. Shelling out London here in Connector. Mezzi will get 1 kill. That's a nice start. Excuse me.
There we go.
Now my vocal cords are starting to go here, John. But man advantage still left for the DarkSpawn side. No matter how croaky they may feel, they're still going to be looking alive here in this map up. As Connor with the AWP just knows exactly where they're coming in from, seeing all this utility come out. The flashbangs, the Molotov, the smokes up. And Mezzi actually will get a kill back, so hold the phone. James BT was there with the trade. Now it's all left to Mezzi. Nope, James BT ends it off. 23-22 advantage for DarkSpawn Gaming, but again, they still need 2 more. It's
so close. And again, into the next half. Is it going to go the way? Because the T sides have always just been 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. No one able to find more than a round on the CT side. No one able to stop that from happening as well. So close. No more tactical pauses for London Esports as well, remember. I don't know if they get more during an overtime. I don't think they do. So they will just have to keep it on rolling. And if DarkSpawn Gaming don't opt to use theirs, there's not a lot they can do to try and piece it together.
Yeah, they haven't used a single overtime over the course of this one, so when they really, I mean, if they took an overtime right now and just stopped to reset their own sort of like, you know, mental state, then maybe that might end up working out to try and finish off this one. As it stands though, London Esports will get the first pick. Laney again with a good trade, and Link will move further forward to try and take point here for the London Esports side. It's a lot of damage being done to DarkSpawn Gaming. Link rounds that corner, checks out the sniper's nest in jungle positions. In fact, there may be a CT lurking around the corner from his. He extends and he takes out Laney. Finally, a man advantage gain by the London Esports side. And as soon as I say that, Connor is there for the trades. DarkSpawn just not going to let London have any room to breathe, because they know that if they give them an inch, they'll take a full-blown mile. And there ain't no miles being given away in this matchup.
Certainly not, but the A site claimed pretty firmly for London Esports. They don't have the smoke coverage over onto CT. The bomb now rotating up through ramp could give them that little bit of a foothold to try and take, but the retake is there for DarkSpawn Gaming. They have all of their troops marshaled over towards that side. Maybe they're looking for a boost up here. Wouldn't put it past them. DarkSpawn Gaming might be just waiting, biding their time, but look at this forward position. Link should spot out anyone who tries to come in through that position, but no one on short. The bomb a little bit more confident to plant now. They're going to go for the peak. There's the Molotov. That's going to force Brody out onto the side. Goes to the spray down, catches Fraser with that AWP in the middle of the site. That's a beautiful start to the retake. Trying to look for a little bit more, but Mezzi evens us up. Link over on that jungle position, looking to try and set up those crossfires, but Mezzi retreats a little bit further back. 1 HP is still a threat. Nonetheless, the spray's there. Link is there, has to go for the defuse, has the trade. 1 HP, is it enough? Forces the peak, but he's back into the window. Mezzi starting to fall back. This time around, he cannot go for the fake, looking for the shots.
Oh my God,
back
he's
again.
done it!
Lands the headshot, 1 HP, the dream. London Esports still in it.
Mezzi, so much pressure from the Palace position, trying to force the issue away from DarkSpawn. Had a positional advantage at the time against his opponents. Just managed to unstick him from the bomb like 3 or 4 times over the course of that whole thing, and even taking a kill on 1 point of health. That's impressive. I mean, he still would have won the round if he'd gone down anyway, because of the amount of time he wasted for DarkSpawn Gaming. And that, of course, means, John, that we're at 23-23, meaning that no advantage remains for DarkSpawn or London Esports, as both teams look for map points.
There's been plenty of those going around, though. I've seen that before. Not falling for that again. You know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm not falling for again because I don't want any more shame on me. But DarkSpawn Gaming starting off very well. 2 kills either way. 3 versus 3 now. The bomb site is going to be opened up. A nice Molotov to zone everyone away. The bomb dissuaded from being planted, exposes it to short, but luckily they have the smoke in place. They have the confidence to go for it. A little bit of a boost potentially coming out, but we've seen how this turned out before. Wasn't super strong, but if it becomes the last phase, that's where it can have the impact. However, it is 1 for 1. The boost is taken down. Looking for the frags. The spray's there. Fraser doing work. Connor now in the 1 versus 2 to stop London Esports going to that map point yet again. The AWP. Crosshairs trained. Looking for the flick, but Mezzi, he's there. He's ready. London Esports now on map point for, I think, the 3rd time.
The question is, will they be able to end it off? They need this final round. If they can take it, they will end Mirage, will move to Inferno, and London Esports.
Us. It said final round on the screen, and I'm like, I just don't believe you. I just don't believe you, I'm afraid.
It's not going to be that easy if it is the final round. I mean, DarkSpawn, they do have a bit of a broken, actually.
A very broken.
Hold on, because every single round we've seen so far in these last few rounds, London Esports have always had to face against a full-blown buy against DarkSpawn, so they've got to be coming into this one with some confidence, and even if they don't, they've got the firepower to back it up. Full-blown rifles versus only 1 of DarkSpawn SMG and 3 Deagles. Headshots are plenty for the DarkSpawn side as London Esports make their way in through connector. Adam there with his spray alongside his teammates. Connor will still get a kill on the way back out, but Cray alongside Link will take out him and his teammates. Mezzi comes up on the James BT, and it's a 4 versus 2. London Esports may have just broken a stalemate. Laney and Brody need to do something magical, and it looks like it's just not going to happen. Laney, the first point of contact, will go down. Brody with a retake, no defuse kit, no utility, an SMG and a dream, and it's not going to happen. There we go. London Esports, after an absolutely grueling opening map of the best of 5, will finally take Mirage 2-0 in the series and 25-23. Absolutely insane scoreline there from the London boys.
The amount of Counter-Strike being played over the course of this LAN seems like they don't want to stop. They're just going back and forth. They just want to keep playing. That's all they want to do, but they are going to make it happen. Beautifully done in the end, but it was back and forth time and time again. So 2-0 now in this best of 5.